In this devotional, I'm going to share with you 3 thoughts from Joshua chapter 14, verses 7 through 12, where I'll be discussing Caleb's inheritance. Joshua chapter 14, verses 7 through 12 says, I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land. And I brought him word again as it was in my heart. But my brothers who went up with me made the heart of the people melt. Yet I wholly followed the Lord my God. And Moses swore on that day, saying, Surely the land on which your foot has trodden shall be an inheritance for you and your children forever, because you have wholly followed the Lord my God. And now, behold, the Lord has kept me alive, just as he said, these 45 years since the time that the Lord spoke this word to Moses, while Israel walked in the wilderness. And now, behold, I am this day 85 years old. I am still as strong today as I was in the day that Moses sent me. My strength now is as my strength was then, for war and for going and coming. So now, give me this hill country of which the Lord spoke on that day. For you heard on that day how the Anakim were there, with great fortified cities. It may be that the Lord will be with me, and I shall drive them out, just as the Lord said. When I was a kid in Sunday school, we used to sing the song, 12 men went to spy on Canaan, and it went sort of like this. 12 men went to spy on Canaan, 10 were bad, and 2 were good. And Caleb and Joshua are the 2 good spies that go and spy on Canaan. When they come back and they give the report to Moses, what do they say? They say, this is a great land. This is the place for us. We definitely need to follow the Lord's command and go up in there and take it. While the 10 spies, they were overcome by the size and strength and fortified cities of the people that they would have to take the land from. Well, Caleb was faithful, he was brave, and he was ultimately rewarded by God for doing the right thing and supporting this great plan for Israel to take the promised land. So here are 3 thoughts from Joshua chapter 14, verses 7 through 12, discussing Caleb's inheritance. Thought number 1, Caleb was brave. When you go and spy out the land and you see that your enemies have these great fortified cities and they're really big and they're really strong and they have all sorts of weaponry, then you have to be brave to say, the Lord is going to give us this land. And that's exactly what Caleb did. He said to Moses, we need to go and we need to take this land. Sure, there are big enemies there, but the Lord is with us and there are great things to be had. And because of this, Moses promises him this inheritance, that the land that he specifically spied out would ultimately be for him and his descendants. Well, Caleb is brave this entire time. He's brave while he's a spy, and he's brave for the 40 years while they wander in the wilderness. And here at the end, he is still brave because he goes and tells Joshua, now is the time. Give me the go-ahead to go and take this land, and the Lord will strengthen me, and I will go and take it. He recognizes that these folks aren't just going to let him slide right in to this land, that he is going to have to take it by force. Caleb was brave. Thought number 2, Caleb was faithful. See, there's a difference between the way Caleb and Joshua react to the promised land and the way the other 10 spies react to the promised land. Caleb and Joshua both say, we should go and take the land. But the other 10 spies, they say, the enemies are too great. We should go someplace else. Maybe we go back to Egypt. Maybe wander around in the desert. We shouldn't go and take the land. See, but Caleb is faithful. He's faithful to the Lord. He recognizes that the same Lord that brought them out of Egypt can also give them this great land that they're going into. Caleb is faithful to the Lord and remains so even while he has to suffer the penalty for Israel's being afraid. So imagine what this is like. You're brave and say, hey, let's go and take this land. But these other guys are not brave, they're cowardly and say, no, we shouldn't go and do it. And you receive the same punishment as those other cowardly folks. All through that time, Caleb, though, is still faithful. Thought number 3, Caleb was rewarded. All of this land that he himself wandered through, this hill country. This was the land that was going to be given to him. Now, when he's getting ready to go and take it, he's 85 years old. So he isn't even going to be able to enjoy that land for very long, because let's face it, people don't live all that long. He's already 85. But he recognizes that it's not just for him, but it's for his children as well. That his descendants are going to dwell in this land that he spied out, that he bravely entered into, and that he faithfully conquered in the name of the Lord his God. These three thoughts come to you from the assigned reading of Joshua, chapters 11 through 15. If you'd like to read through the Bible with me, you can do so by subscribing to this channel, by clicking on the link in the description, or by joining the Facebook group Through the Bible, where we are reading the text of Scripture together.